So you've probably heard about Helldivers 2, all the bullshit they're pulling there. These game companies have been doing shit like this for a long time, man. I think the last new game that I bought was Star Wars: The Old Republic, and my friend had bought the $100 thing where you get the statue and all that, and then they screwed him over because they told him just to wait 2 weeks while everybody else is able to play at launch to wait for his statue. And so he said, no, just cancel it. So a lot of people did that. And then that game really had a lot of promise, but that's just one of many. After that, I said, I'm not paying. Well, I mean, it was $50 back then. Now they're trying to get 60 to 70 for these games, and they just suck ass now. This Helldivers, I have to admit, it looked pretty decent from what I've seen people playing it and everything, but I learned my lesson with Toy, man. I just don't buy new games anymore, and I will never pay. I mean, I didn't even want. I was even mad about paying $50 for a game, and they're trying to get 60 to 70, and then they pull shit like this. Fuck this! I dodged the bullet with this one. Anyways, what's happening is with this Helldivers game is after it's been out for a while, people are playing it. Now they're trying to connect it with Sony PlayStation for some reason. And these are the people on PCs. I don't own PlayStation. PlayStation and Xbox, those things are fucking garbage. I'm sorry. If you like those, that's fine. But the reason I stopped buying those things was every year I had to go rebuy the same games and everything and then go and rebuy a whole new console. I got tired of that shit. Like, fuck this. I'm tired. And then they don't reverse, what do you call it? Reverse engineer or whatever, or make the older games able to play on the new ones and all that. So, I mean, I was done with that. So that's why I got a computer. The whole point of computers is to avoid all this bullshit. Now Sony's trying to connect it to the PC so they can go in there and tell you can't troll people or fight with people or anything. These dumb fucks never learn. That is the whole point, besides playing the game, is to troll people and mess with them on there. Everybody does it. It's part of the fun. But you got these fucking pansies that want to cry, oh God, my feelings and my pronouns and all of this, and we're supposed to drop everything for their snowflake feelings and all. Well, fuck that shit. I just won't play it. That's all. And now everybody is getting refunds on Steam, I'm seeing, and now I see this thing, and this game is dead. That's all I can tell you. I don't see any scenario short of reversing this thing with the PlayStation for PC people and coming out and apologizing, and I don't know, like, that would be a hard sale. I mean, you go out of your way to fuck your customers, then you realize it's too late, and then you double down. And then on this thing too, it says 177 countries, due to PSN linking requirement, are getting refunds and doing all this other stuff. This was a major foobar, man. Major fucking foobar. They should have never done this. Egypt, Georgia, Jamaica, some of the notable countries where no longer can be purchased due to PSN not being available. Helldivers 2 is no longer purchasable. The game has now received 215,000 negative reviews. God damn. In the meantime, Helldivers 2's recent reviews on Steam are now overwhelmingly negative amid continued review bombing by fans. The CEO apologized for the requirement and yeah, well, see, they did it after the fact. You can't sell me something and then after the fact do that bullshit. You have to tell the people. That's why everybody's getting Sony's refunding people. That's bait and switch, man. You can't do that bullshit. It's grace period in which Helldivers 2 did not need to connect to a PSN account. Starting May 6th, all new Helldiver players on Steam will be required to connect their Steam account to PSN. They want to get in there and control the chat. That's what that's about. You can't troll people in games anymore, apparently, because of all these goddamn bitch ass pussy. You know, that's my only real incentive to play this shit is to go kill these F stains and you know, teabag them and corpse jump them. But you can't do that shit because my feelings. The requirement has sparked a massive online backlash. It should say so. What a clusterfuck. For all my criticism of Steam, it is incredible that they are choosing to take the hit for Sony's nonsense to ensure nobody ends up with a unusable game because of PlayStation's super bullshit. Here's my question. Why do I need a PlayStation account to play a computer game? I don't even own a PlayStation. They can eat shit with this. Boy, I'm so glad I didn't. But see, this is stuff like this has been going on for a while. This is just now they're just blatantly doing it. There was some Star Trek game I got a long time ago. Gosh, what was that game called? But I remember I couldn't get it to fucking work. No matter what I did, it would not. It would crash and all this. So I got some support person. They told me all this stuff. I tried all this shit and it just couldn't get it to work. Then I went on the forums bitching. They tried to shut me down on there. And then I had some dev up my ass or something. It was the same on the Old Republic too. I remember fighting with a dev on there. And they tried to shut me down on there too. Because, you know, these devs are like, they think they're fucking messiahs or prophets that making these things, you know, and they just. That's why I don't hardly play anything anymore, you know. Hell, I just got Ace Combat 7 the other day. I'm going to stream that soon. And I wanted to buy that at launch, but I learned my lesson, man. These people do not deserve our money. That's why I only buy. If I buy it all, I'll buy it a year or two later on Steam. And the good part about it then is it's normally where the game should have been at launch. And you get all the DLC and everything for probably 10 to 15 bucks. Fuck this $60 bullshit. You have comments on here? Told you guys what they did was wrong, and some on here were saying I was wrong. They did nothing wrong. Remember when you said it's not a big deal? It's only 15. Now you're up to 337 on positive reviews. I'd say they're getting positive. Let's see. Sony should treat PC players with the same level as transparency and respect as console players. You know, Sony, they had the ultimate MMO back in the day, Star Wars Galaxies, man. That was such a good game. That was probably one of the hands down one of the best games I ever played in history, man. But they went and fucked themselves with that too, with their what the hell was that thing called? They did some update and it just totally nuked the game, man. And everybody left the game and then it just died. But you know, they should have made Galaxies 2 with Tor's leveling system. And there you go. You would have had the ultimate game in history, but no. We can't do that. We got these fucking Nazis on here trying to control your chat because a bunch of insecure fucking 300-pounders who probably don't even play the game want to have say because of their feelings. So many of these companies don't understand psychology. Positive reinforcement is so much more effective. They could have made the PSN account optional and offered a cape or something. Yeah. Well, I'm just glad I dodged that bullet. I mean, that game looked pretty good. Like I almost thought about buying it, but like I said, I just can't bring myself to give these assholes $60 for any game. I don't care what it is. I just will not pay. I mean, I thought $50 was a lot. And now they're wanting you to pay more for shittier games. You know, Nintendo is still pretty fucking good, but even them, they charge too much and all that shit. And then the problem with Nintendo is they have too many consoles and you can't, it's the same thing as PlayStation. Too many consoles and you can't get the reverse engineer the games or have the older ones. It's just always this mess. PC, you have none of this bullshit. You just go on and play the game. I don't know why people play those consoles so much. I fucking hate those consoles. They just suck. Anyways, let's do the outro here. But yeah, I dodged the bullet with that fucking game, man. Sorry for those who did it, but those fucking Nazis want to control your chat and all that. That's what that's all about. They'll never admit it. But it's about the chat. They don't like that people can troll in there. God forbid we corpse jumper troll in a fucking game. Fucking assholes.